Please be sure to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Thank you. Welcome to our fourth episode of Tough Table. Before we get started, I wanted to give a little introduction to our panel today. First, we have figure and fit body competitor Colleen Smith, bodybuilding WNBF pro Kenny Jefferson. He's here a little too much. We got Big Mike Francis, a WNBF natural physique competitor, and we have a bikini competitor with Team SUF, Samantha. So we're gonna skip over the detailed introductions for Colleen, Kenny, and myself, and we're gonna focus on now the new guests. So we'll start with Big Mike.
Yes.
Who are you? We know that. Where are you from? What motivated you to become involved in the fitness industry, and why did you choose Team SUF? And the mic is yours.
Well, I'm from Wine Dance, Long Island, in the building. What motivated me into fitness? Just because I got really fat.
To make it simple.
The short version.
Fat and very unmotivated, but. One of the things I wanted to do was for my 50th birthday was to compete. That was one of my dreams. And at that time I was doing a film called John Henry, but that flopped. But anyhow, that was my main focus. I always wanted to compete for my in my life. And I said that was a nice 50th birthday for me. So I went to World Gym and I noticed this Sci-Unison Fitness stuff all over. And I noticed Ryan, he was with a lot of different clients. And I've been watching him for several months. And then I finally said, let me just ask him how it works out. So I spoke to him. We had a nice conversation. And then the one thing led to another, and I just started working out. And once I started losing the weight a little bit more, that's when I said, you know what? I think it's time to try to go in and actually compete. So he was very inspiring to me. I like Ryan because Ryan was very... he's tough, but he's honest, and he just said, you do the work. I'm gonna give you what you need, and it's up to you to do the work. And that's what I like about him. So he's tough, but he's cool,
That's all right.
He's all right.
Okay.
That's all right.
He's all right.
So once again, Mike spoke to you before there was the credit card phone call.
Listen, Tyrone covered your end.
I mean, I gave my credit card information, voice on the phone. I didn't need...
I spoke to him.
Yeah.
I just want, I spoke to him. So
if anybody out there, just call me and I'll give you my credit card information. That's how that works.
So it basically stemmed from, a nice goal, a bucket list goal in your life.
Yes.
You wanted to make a change.
Definitely.
And Team SUF, because you just happened to bump into me.
Pretty much. But I think, like I said, I think when I saw you with all your clients, and then I kind of did my homework on the internet. You had a lot of information on the internet. And not only that, I did look at other people out there, but they didn't have what you had. You had the website going on. You had stuff about nutrition. You had the proof in the pudding that I needed to say, okay, this is an individual that knows what he's doing. So making that decision, I based it on that, from what you had on the internet and watching you and looking at all your athletes. And then that kind of inspired me to say, you know what, I think I can do this. And then especially after I spoke to you, we had our meeting, and I said, you know what, I feel comfortable enough to go ahead and
make it happen. All right, good. All right, moving on. Sam, again, where are you from? What motivated you to become involved in fitness, and why Team SUF?
All right, so I'm from Norshal, and I've always been into fitness, always been into the gym and training. Competed years ago, took some time off, got into thinking about doing personal training with a friend of mine, in trying to motivate him to compete. Somehow I got suckered back into it, and I didn't know where to start again, so I called a friend of mine who was in the industry, and Ryan came highly recommended. And don't worry, Kenny, I only had a phone call. I didn't get an in-person meeting. There's a phone call and a credit card. Not the only one.
Now I feel even worse because we're singing. Oh God, why?
See, Kenny, we're a lot more similar.
She's trying to back
realize.
up.
I'm trying to bond here with you.
You're trying to make me hate myself. All right?
Okay, well, if that happens, hey. But anyway, so I called Ryan, told him that I wanted to compete. He was a little skeptical because I had a short period of time, but I was working with another coach who was not doing the right thing, and we decided to do it. I said, just one show, that's all I'm doing, just one show, just help my friend. My friend went on to do his first show and got his pro card and never competed again.
Who's that?
Alexi. But he's now a husband and a dad, so he has different priorities.
We miss Alexi.
And little miss me, who was only doing the one show, 3 years later, here I am. And it was the best thing I ever did. After that one show, it just reignited the flame. I fell in love with the team, everybody on the team. Kenny wasn't around back then. Kind of a newbie, but anyway. It was just a great experience.
I voted not to have her on the show. My voice was not
And
heard.
it did not work. And here I am. And that's it.
All right, good. All right, so now that we got a nice little introduction for the new people.
Semi-nice. Mike's is pretty good. Mike's was pretty good.
Mike's
introduction was good. After that, I wasn't listening.
All right.
I was listening.
Thank you. Thank you.
I was listening to you, sir.
Thank you.
Pay no mind to him.
I don't.
Damn,
Just keep
Kenny.
drinking.
We're off to a rough
Kenny.
start.
Just keep drinking.
All right, so let's move into our first topic. This is one that I've been hearing a lot about on social media, either directed toward me or I've just like bumped into people talking about. It's the idea of competitor crossover complaints, where you have multiple people. I mean, actually not multiple people. Actually, no, there's a decent amount of people. People out there who are competing in multiple classes and winning their pro cards. People who are doing bikini and winning figure. People who are doing figure and winning fit body. People who are winning fit body, winning bodybuilding, and so on. So with all this stuff going on, it raises certain questions with the federation. Is there a criteria crisis, or are there certain athletes out there that are meant to dominate and win in more than one category? So with something like this, most of the answers will lie in these Team SUF boomerang videos. Okay. So we got open discussion now. We could probably start with Colleen, because right now Colleen at this table is the only person who has competed in both, in two categories, figure and fit body. So with people winning multiple categories, I can only speak for myself as a coach and our team. We have some dual class pros. We have Heather Drake, who's won the world title in figure, but has also won a Fit Body Pro card. We have Sophie Brown, who's won figure pro card, Fit Body Pro card, bodybuilding pro card. There are people, Leah just won, she's bikini pro, world champion, and won her figure pro card. Is there a criteria crisis, or are certain people able to win both categories? What do you think?
I think it's like a mixture of both. Like, I feel like people can do both. There shouldn't be a limit to what you can and cannot do. It just kind of puts out more competition for the other people. You want to go out there, you work so hard, you want the best competition you can have. So for me, I think it's open to anybody. I don't think it should be limited to a point.
But when you see as a competitor, when you see people, let's say you're a figure competitor and you see someone win figure but then also win fit body, like, does that make you feel like, oh, well, they're not following the criteria, because if that person's winning fit body and winning figure, they're not following the criteria, that's impossible?
No, I don't think so. Because like we said, I'm the one that crosses over too. And I go from figure to fit body, and I tend to do better in a certain category. And it shows different how you look in different ways. And maybe you're stronger in this category than you are in this one. So if that can shine somebody else's, but you still want to go for that figure card or go for that fit body card, it's just all about preference and how you can show yourself. So I show myself differently when I'm in figure. I like doing fit body more, and I tend to do better in fit body. than I do in figure. Because I could show different. I'm very little, so being
Yeah.
little, trying to show everything that you work so hard on, it gives you an opportunity to kind of just show it in a different light. Even though the figure and the fit body are similar poses as far as stationary poses, but it's still showing other portions of it. So I think it's a good idea to have more competition, more crossovers. Yeah.
What do you think?
I'm torn on it. I think crossing over should be allowed. I think it's great. I think it's a great way to find your spot.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think there's anything wrong when people, like with Sophie, she's a figure pro. She's a fit body pro. She's a bodybuilding pro. She's amazing. I mean, she has earned every single one of those pro cards. My issue is when people cross over in one show and win in each of those categories in the same show. That's where I feel like there's a criteria problem. If you're competing, I mean, I can speak for bikini. If you're winning bikini and then crossing over into figure in the same show and you're winning figure as well, those are two totally different.
Yeah.
And that's where I have the problem. I don't understand how that kind of goes. If you compete in bikini today and then 3 weeks from now, 2 weeks from now, compete in figure and you win bikini now and figure in 3 weeks, I'm okay with that because you don't know the competition that's showing up that day. But if you're competing that same day, crossing over, and you're winning that same day, that's where I question it a little bit. I don't think the criteria is that definitive, or that the judging isn't being that definitive when they're doing it to allow that to happen.
Because it's two totally different looks.
Exactly.
And how can you can be harder in one, but at the same time, how is that, the criteria is a little out of there too.
But I think it's a good thing. I think sometimes people need to figure out where do they fit in better. Like for you, Colleen, you do figure and fit body. And I think you look beautiful on both. You seem to do better in fit body. Maybe it's the posing that's better, whatever it may be. But at least you're not placing the same in both categories all the time. And it's a good way for you to figure out where you feel the most comfortable.
Yeah, I never placed the same placings in either category. It was always different.
Right.
Well, I mean, I think a lot of this comes down to there's a lot going on here. If you take someone who if you take let's use the figure fit body. Now, yeah, figure fit body. If you take a shorter figure pro, round muscle bellies, extremely conditioned, it all comes down to the genetics of the person. Not everybody is going to be made to win both categories. All right, so I can only talk about what I know. What I know is I have Heather Drake, we have Sophie Brown, and we have Leah. All right, so Heather Drake. Heather Drake is a harder, leaner figure competitor. She's got the muscle. She's not overly big, but she's big enough. Okay, it all comes down to, I feel like with someone like that, she walks the tightrope. She's not too big. She's not overly muscular. Okay, she's not overly soft either. So if she is at the pinnacle of one class, figure. Okay, she's the world champ in figure, 2-time. Okay, if you want to count the class win, 3-time. 3-time world champion in figure. So she is the top of one class. The class above that is fit body. She didn't compete as a pro fit body. She competed in amateur fit body. So for you to be at the pinnacle of one class and flirt with the amateur of the next class, Heather Drake goes up there. She's lean conditioned, has good symmetry, okay, has good muscle, all right, and presents herself well. It works. You know what I'm saying? You have Leah, okay, the pinnacle, 3-time world champion of bikini, okay? She wins bikini, and this year was her best ever, okay? You have someone who now, a year ago, Leah would not win a pro card in figure. She was not conditioned enough. That was what we needed to fix this year. So now you have someone who got the conditioning, presents herself flawless in bikini. She is the pinnacle of bikini, that class. The next class is what? Figure. Okay, so now we go to figure. She's not competing in the pro ranks of figure. She's competing in amateur. Not to take anything away from those people because it still was a tough class, but she won her pro card.
Right.
If she would have done pro figure, she would not have won. So she's at the top of one class pro, and she's flirting with right above. Sophie Brown, same thing. We went with figure. Sophie Brown is very tall. Okay, so she's not short, overly muscular. She's very tall. She has symmetry that is untouchable. Okay, and she kills it in the beauty and presentation round. So we have Sophie. She wins figure. She's got the hardness to win at the pro level in fit body. She also went for the pro card in bodybuilding. Again, figure, fit body. Okay, she is the fit body world champion. She's the pinnacle of fit body. What's the next class in terms of hardness? Bodybuilding. She did amateur bodybuilding and won the class, but it was tight. It was not like Sophie walked in there and cleared house. It was tight. It was tight and body. If she would have done pro bodybuilding, she would not have won. So there are certain people that fit that mold where they're on the cusp of both.
But that I'm okay with.
Yeah. Well, that's what I'm saying. It's like the problem becomes where there are people who, let's say they can win in figure pro, and then for some reason, like there is someone out there, I think, I'm not going to say her name, but her physique is incredible, but she could win pro figure and also win pro bodybuilding. You're jumping a class in terms of pros, okay? That's where we get a little bit of a crisis in terms of criteria. I feel like a lot of the people out there on the internet who are talking about this and that and they're complaining, there are certain people out there, and you know who you are, okay, who are just a fucking pain in the ass. All they want to do is complain because all they can do is blame the judges, and they basically want to find federations that are safe havens so they can go and get their wins. That's all they want. They don't care about because you know what? Because I'm tired of hearing the bullshit. They don't care about the sport as itself. They're talking about, there's a crisis in criteria. We're trying to do this for the sport. No, they're doing it because they want to win, and they want to have a place that they go that they can prance around on stage with a little tiara on their head.
Ooh. It's going down like a sweet
okay? And they want to sit there and act like they're the best. It's like, if you are going to compete at that top level, you have to be the best and you have to bring it. And there are going to be people who can flirt with other categories. If I want to talk, Shauna's got a mean lat spread.
Facts.
Okay?
Facts.
So it's
She
like,
does.
she, I think, could do bikini and figure as well.
Facts.
Why not?
Yes.
You got Leah,
Yeah.
bikini and figure as well.
I mean, Kenny, bodybuilding, bikini
And-
as well.
I'm
I'm giving you a run for your money.
I'm going to
because
dominate
I
bikini
cannot
next
wait for
year.
you
But
to
I
I'm going to dominate.
I do not think that there is a criteria crisis. And what you were saying about in the same show, I agree with.
Yes.
If someone
That's
goes in,
where I measure.
yeah. But here's the thing: like if we talk at Monster Mash was technically the same show, but it was 2 days and it was pro and amateur. So Leah won pro bikini and won her pro card in amateur figure. It wasn't like pro, amateur.
But
Yes.
I'm talking.
And she
amateur,
did win the
amateur.
overall. She did
I'm
not.
talking
Yeah.
amateur or pro.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
That would be a
That's
problem.
where I lose
Yeah.
my mind.
Yeah.
That's where
yeah.
I think there would be a problem. Plus, they don't even allow that crossover. So I just feel like people, in my opinion, people who are complaining are just crying because they aren't winning. They're not winning, and they genetically can't keep up. It's like that's the name of the game. You can go if you're about this sport and you're about self-improvement, you're gonna go to compete anyway to try to make yourself better and prove yourself.
Why not
Like,
find out what you have to work on?
but you're
instead of
not
knocking everybody
so
else?
like me,
Yeah.
I love basketball. I was groomed and I was designed early to play basketball. I got long arms, but guess what? I stopped growing. Do you see me complaining? Well, the NBA should put a height quota because I want to be able to be dominant and play basketball. It's like you either do it for yourself and you like it and you enjoy it, or you fucking move on.
Like,
And
how do you
But
think
that's the
people
problem.
got somewhere? Like, you had to work harder and do it yourself.
Yeah, but
it's not someone else sitting there handing it to you on a gold
Well,
platter.
no, what people are seeing is there's more and more of these dominant figures out there, and certain people who were used to 3-4 years ago placing in the top
Yeah, and now they're not.
pro shows, they're not. Now it's like, because bodybuilders are doing figure. It's like I just feel like people
Switch it up and fucking dominate. Stop crying.
or just
Play
do
the-
it for yourself.
Play the game.
Word.
Play the game. You know
If
what you
people
want.
are better than you, they're better than you.
Yeah.
You can only bring the best that you can bring.
Yeah.
And that's what you should be proud. It's not about, like, yeah, you want to get your pro card. But at the same end of the day, you worked your butt off to get there and did everything you could. That's the achievement all on itself.
If you know you went as hard as you can and
Like, they're not humble about
But
it
that's
anymore.
the
They're
problem.
not.
I think people don't go as hard as they can, and they want to pretend that they did. And when they don't win or place,
They
where
blame the
feel that
judges.
They should.
Yeah.
They blame the judges.
They blame
Instead of
everybody else
stepping
but
back
themselves.
and really looking at themselves and saying, "Did I take it as far as I could have taken it? Did I diet as much as I should have died? Or just, you know what? Guess what? You don't know who's coming to the stage that day.
Yeah. It depends on who shows up. It depends on what the judge is looking for. It depends on, there's a lot of variables going on. You know what I'm saying? You can have a girl who comes in a little muscular for a figure, but you know, it's like, maybe a little too much. She has a little too much muscle. But if a bunch of bums show up, what are you going to do? You have to give it to her because she's the best that day. Mm-hmm. She's the best. Yeah, she may be over muscular, but she is the best that day. You can't hold that against her.
You can't compare it to a different show. You have
exactly.
to compare it to just
who
on
shows
stage
up that day.
Yeah,
exactly. So what do we got? Crisis criteria. Criteria crisis, or certain athletes just naturally going to dominate.
Certain athletes are just naturally going to dominate.
I agree.
Yeah.
I hear you.
We all agree.
Giggity.
Ooh.
That's a first.
Ooh.
I thought
Kenny, do we agree?
you know what? This is you cut me off as usual. I was gonna disagree just.
But we agree. We're okay.
Just admit
We're
that you
okay.
agree.
We're okay.
I know it hurts you.
All right, moving on. I want to.
Oh man.
Oh,
That was low.
it must be
that
those
was
short
low.
arms.
Ooh.
Oh.
I wish I had shorter arms.
I can't wait to get information.
All right, moving on. Here we go. I want to talk now about Monster Mash and the WNBF Worlds. Okay.
Mash.
Yes. Okay. So we went into Monster Mash with an amateur and pro team.
Motherfucking Leroy.
Yes. In the amateur ranks, we had Leroy, who brought the noise, took second place in his bodybuilding class. We had Jessica, who also brought the noise and came in second in her figure class.
Nice.
Also, we had Leah, who is a bikini world champion. She competed in open figure, all right, brought the conditioning, and we silenced the criticism of all the years past. And Leah was able to win her figure her figure pro card. All right, so now she is a dual pro. And then we had Sophie Brown, the Destroyer, who is a figure pro, fit body pro. She decided to do amateur bodybuilding, and she became Team SUF's first ever female bodybuilding pro.
Nice.
Okay?
Nice.
So amateur was a good day. We go on to the pros. This was Sunday. Leah, I'd never seen anything like it. It hit me that day. We knew this was the best ever for her going into this season and as all the shows went on. But when we saw her at Monster Mash, when we saw her on stage at Monster Mash in Pro Bikini, the World Championship was won that night. I knew definitively that if she just did exactly what she did at Monster Mash, she would undoubtedly be the world champion. We brought that same exact package to the Worlds, and she became a 3-time world champion. Sophie Brown, we went into the fit body class. We made the switch. We were doing figure for a while. We won three in a row, pro ranks for figure. Now was the time to make the switch. We went over to fit body. It was our first run at pro fit body for the year, and we were able to again win the class and keep the streak alive. So that put Sophie at 5-0. If you include the whole season, 5-0 for the season, and we were ready to move on to the Worlds. The big kick in the nuts was Heather Drake taking third place in pro figure tall. I was not ready for that. I don't think Heather was ready for that. I don't think anyone was ready for that. Did she deserve third place? Yes, she deserved third place. There were certain things off. I could have did a better job with her conditioning, okay? And I take responsibility for that. Certain poses were a little off, didn't display her symmetry, and it became a statistical and matchup nightmare where her distinct flaws, whether they be genetic flaws or things that we needed to fix, these other people had as strengths. Heather's air of invincibility was gone. It was a hard blow for both of us, but we got right back to it. We got to the bottom of everything we needed to fix in the next 2 weeks. We obsessed over the photos, and we made critical changes to her posing, to her tan, to absolutely everything you can think of that was not flawless with Heather. We made adjustments to her suit, thanks to Shauna. We obsessed over this because we wanted the last dance to be special. Then we went into the Worlds. For the Worlds, I know on paper that I'm bringing a bikini world champion. I'm bringing a figure world champion, and Sophie, who is world champion material. But I would have never thought that, wow, could we go 3 for 3? It's just like, is this wishful thinking? Am I just getting delusional? And it happened. It was the best moment of my coaching career to watch all 3 of them. Sophie went up there, even better than Monster Mash, and dominated in Pro Fit Body. Leah swept the stage in Pro Bikini, and Heather Drake was back to the Heather Drake that I knew, that I was used to. And it was good to see that. All the adjustments that we made paid off. She was able to win her class, and then she was able to go into the overall and win that as well. Nice. So in terms of, what we got for the Worlds and Monster Mash, it was a perfect end to a incredible season, and we were able to win 3 world titles in the same night. So that's my recap on the Monster Mash and the WNBF Worlds. Yes.
It gives me the chills.
Working hard.
My hair is like standing up. So
what an end.
Amazing.
Okay, so now we are going to go into our first activity, which is Tough Table Trivia.
Strapped over here.
Here we go.
Thank you.
You're very selfish.
We need
Yeah, I mean, if I have to share with you, coming out
pens. Here we go.
Yeah.
Okay,
I
so
want to share with you.
You know what? Good, because I don't want to share with you. I hate you.
That was a little harsh.
Nice.
I'm sorry.
You love me.
okay, so as always, Tough Table Trivia, and someone at this table is sponsored by NutriBio. So the winner today gets to take home this new flavor. Me and Liz got to taste this right
How
off
is
the
it?
production lines.
We
We have cake batter, classic way from NutriBio. So
Cake
easy. This is what's up for grabs.
Can I use lifelines on this?
Okay, here we go. I'm gonna get my camera ready.
Colleen, if you win, you have to make something yummy.
Okay, here we go. So what I want you to do is when you have the things here, you're gonna write down your answer nice and big and bold so I can see it. All right. So first question in Tough Table Trivia. We'll start with NutriBio. What year was NutriBio officially started? A, 1988, B, 1996, C, 2001, or D, 1492? What do we got? Answers up. What do we got? Big. I want it bigger than that. But yeah, it's fine for now.
Giggity.
What do we got? B, okay. B, Mike.
I think Colleen cheated on me.
B and C. So the answer is B, 1996. So who gets a point?
I got one.
I was
So
going to
that's-
say that.
That's my first
So
one.
that's Colleen, Kenny.
Colleen's dominating right now. She's effing dominating.
All right, so who got the point? Colleen, Kenny, and Sam?
No, Sam
Mike.
didn't get Mike.
Okay.
Can I have
Not
a eraser?
shocked.
Lie.
What did Sam say? 1492?
Shush.
Next question.
Extra.
Here we go. What year did the WNBF first provide the pro bikini class?
Oh gosh.
A, 2014, B, 1990, C, 2010, or D, 1776?
Some old broads up there killing it.
First year pro bikini class. Here we go. And we have, I can't see, we have C, with Kenny with C. C and C. The answer is A, 2014.
Man, I knew it was
It's
A.
relatively new.
Still my
So nobody.
I think Colleen stole my wife.
Nobody.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Colleen sabotaging the game.
Here we go.
Alright?
Okay, next question, number 3. Kenny, if you don't know this, you're fired. Okay, which is the only weight class in which Team SUF does not hold a WNBF Pro card?
Oh no.
Oh, no.
I should know this.
A, heavyweight, B, middleweight, C, bantamweight, or D, light heavy?
Stop looking at me.
You know, I did mine already. I wrote mine already.
Here we go, ready? Write it down, write it down, write it down, write it down, write it down.
Ouch.
Let me see.
Colleen's is an ouch.
Okay. D, light heavyweight. Nope, that's Kevin. What do we got?
Whoops. Sorry, babe.
B. Middle, okay.
Oh, that's pretty
D,
bad.
nope. B, okay, so Sam and Kenny.
Oh, God.
Middleweight.
Damn it. I'm not splitting my protein with Sam.
Sam and
that's
Kenny.
not-
We are
I
missing.
you.
We are missing a middleweight.
Middle.
I would share
I
with
could
you.
have sworn Kevin was middle. That's really bad.
You know, that's because I read it wrong.
Oh,
No,
yeah?
I'll tell you what happened. I'll tell you what happened.
Okay,
I'll
next
tell you what happened
question.
later.
Next
I'll
question.
tell you what
Who
happened
is
later.
Team SUF's first overall winner? Okay. A, Cody Wire. B, Heather Drake. C, Tyrone Robinson. Or D, Andrew Usoro. What do we got?
Look. I'm not going to show you my board. I'm just going with his signature move.
We got A for Colleen. We got, okay, yep, all right. A, everyone gets it. Cody.
Boom! Now, look.
First
let me tell you
overall
what
winner 2013.
Let me tell you what happened,
INBF
man.
Hercules.
Yeah, I
happened.
got
You're going to
you.
laugh about it.
Okay, here's the last question, right? Kenny, if you don't get this one, you're fired.
I figured that.
I think
Okay.
I'm already fired.
You know?
In the Marvels, here we go. In the Marvel Cinematic Universe, Iron
never-
Man's white suit, the suborbital armor, was labeled as A, the Mark 43, B, the Mark 39, C, the Mark 52, or D, Mark Zuckerberg.
Wait, the suborbital arm.
Sam's going to pick Zuckerberg. I knew it. She's going Zuck.
What do we got?
I would like to wait till she writes it down before I change mine because I'm pretty close to winning this.
I don't like you right
There
now.
we go.
You're making me nervous. Stop it.
You have got to
Colleen,
be
it's
shitting
not
me. You have got to be shitting me.
Colleen and Kenny.
Oh my
The
God.
answer is B, the Mark
Boom!
39.
Now, let me explain. I
Okay, so Kenny right now is up 4-3.
That's not fair.
I think that's it.
That's it.
Yeah,
Boom!
that's it.
Now, let me
Okay.
explain.
Nope.
No, I want
Community
like a.
cam. Okay, what do we got here?
I
Okay.
thought.
Moving on. Here we go. Stay.
You feel like being generous, like my Christmas present?
Say.
Is on?
How are you gonna share,
We
right?
ready?
Yeah, you're gonna share. You have to share.
I share with my good friend Colleen and my man Big Mike.
At intermission.
Mike's not even
All right, ready? Here we go. Next topic.
Let's do it.
The next topic we're going to talk about today is keeping motivation high. All right. Some people either have not been involved in the fitness journey, have been involved in the fitness journey, and have fallen off track. We want to open up a discussion with, the panel on how to, one, either discover that first bit of motivation, or two, rekindle the motivation to get back into things. So when you're stuck in a rut and you really don't know where to go or what to turn, you can always ask yourself, what would the Blegic do?
Now I wipe my forehead.
Foreign. What's a foreign, Jeff?
A foreign is far, far away. Egypt.
Do the Egyptian dance. Sing.
I am. Oh, Egypt. Egypt.
Okay, so we're back. We're ready to go. Motivation. What are we talking here? First time motivation. You fell off the bandwagon. We want the motivation back. What do we got? How do we get that? Who's starting? You can start.
Like I said, it was the people around me. From the people from the precincts I worked at. Cause two things that motivated me. One, I fell off a little bit, but I had good people around me at work that constantly kept telling me, come on, you could do this, you might as well do it, you came this far. So it was the good people around me, and then you gotta find something that motivates you. Like after a while, I became obsessed with the vein train.
The vein train.
Vein train.
Vein train, gravy train.
Yeah. We wrote a lot of gravy, right? We raised like $15,000 in gravy. Right? But it was just the people around me, and you gotta find whatever it is, no matter what little thing you can find to motivate yourself, run on it. Like no matter what it is, you just find something little, and I just became obsessed with that. I had to see more and more and more and more of it. So good people, and you gotta find one or two little things within yourself to motivate you. So that kept me on the wagon.
Did the team, being part of a team help with the motivation? Did it
100%.
put pressure? Or was it
100%.
like...
it didn't put pressure at all. Like that's the good thing about our team. No one pressured me. Like no one on a team
It's empowering.
It's gonna, no one forces you
I feel like
to do
it's
anything.
a good pressure.
Yeah.
Like, it's good, so good. I wouldn't call it pressure. Like, everyone was.
It's
It was my first time. Yeah, everyone was inspirational and they held me down. So it wasn't even so much pressure. So I just had good people behind me. And, I became obsessed with the vein training, and that pushed me along. I was too far in. Like, everyone knew I was doing this, so.
You're pot committed.
Yeah.
That's, I feel like, is one of my big things. When I first started, it was like, all right, so I'm doing this. I'm gonna diet. I'm gonna let as many people know as possible, which backs me into a corner because I never like not following through, and I know that about myself. So if I tell a ton of people, then I'm stuck. That's my motivation. Get myself stuck.
The NYPD is like kind of like a fraternity. So I only told like one person, and then I go on like Facebook, and my pictures go like Fit Cop, so everyone knows it. So like I'm fucked now. Now I kind of got to do this, or I look like a dick.
The pressure's on.
Yeah, I had to. Then I met Sammy and hated her so much that I just used that in the gym.
There we go. Use that fuel.
Listen, you just want to beat me in bikini. It's not gonna happen.
I'm gonna dominate bikini.
Honey, I have sass.
You know what? We have a good bedazzler with us. So you know what? I mean,
So you're gonna get your suit bedazzled.
oh yeah. You know the
You're gonna
person.
need all the help you can get.
You know Sean is good at what she does. When I first got my trunks, and I was like, Sean is gonna bedazzle the shit out of these things, right? So that's how I knew I was gonna dominate bikinis.
He did look really good in a dress. I have to say.
I mean,
Yeah, I was
we did the
sassy.
Halloween episode.
I know, but then you should cross over to figure and do the evening gown round.
Oh
Ooh.
God! All
Shut up.
right. No, don't give him any fucking ideas. Motivation.
You're welcome, Kenny.
Sam, what do we got? Motivation. So you were out for a while. What brought you back?
Trying to help Alexi brought me back, and then once I got back, it was just the accountability of. At first, I didn't want anybody to know that I was going to compete, just in case I didn't follow through. I can't have people know things and then just not do it because then I'd be embarrassed.
That's how I am. Yeah, so that's good.
So
Yeah,
once
yeah.
I started telling a few people, I was like, damn, I really need to do this now. And I did it. And once I did it, it was just, I was sold on it. And then with the team, honestly, I see how hard everybody works. And it's not pressure. But I want you guys to be proud of me too. Just like I'm proud of everybody. And I would never want to let you down. And Ryan, I know how hard you work at putting everything together.
Shit, I work hard, man. Damn.
And-
Like, I'm not trying to blow myself.
No, you really do.
Yeah, I'm finally saying it right now. Like,
You
after
really
this
do.
season, like, I fucking worked my
You did.
ass off this year, man.
And for me to not bring my best and not follow through on everything you say isn't fair to you. You know, at the end of the day, people could be like, well, you pay your coach. I don't care. You put in way more than that. And so
He's
I-
not just a coach. Like he's there for your motivation. Like, all right, let's get this. Let's fix it.
This team is family.
Team, yeah.
So there's that motivation. There's anytime you feel down or you need that extra something. I've called Colleen, I've called Shauna, I've reached out to so many people, and you get that. And then those really days that you're not sure if you have what it takes, you look at those progress pictures.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
And
a
you
big
either
one.
see the ones when you're close to competition, you're like, damn, I look good. Or you look at the ones in the off season that you take, but that you don't send to Ryan because you're like, I can't let him see me like this.
Oh,
This is
But you got to
disgusting.
take those, though.
I
Because,
take
again,
them.
that's
I just
motivation.
don't say
Again, for honing
And I
on
look at those and I'm like, oh, you can't stay looking like that.
accountability, and you got to take the photos. You got to take the photos.
photos
If you're
really
looking in the
count.
mirror every single day, you're not going to see the small changes. You take those photos, no matter how embarrassing. Even if you don't send them to me, I would prefer having them, so I have them. But even if you have them for yourself, you still can see the small changes
Yeah,
because
yeah.
you look at yourself every single day and you get like tunnel vision. So definitely
you
take the
won't see
photos.
it.
So we're on
Yeah.
photos. Definitely back yourself in a corner and make
Tell
yourself
everybody.
make
Tell
yourself
everybody.
make yourself
Like I said,
accountable.
photos are key,
All right, so
yeah.
you make yourself look like
The
a jackass
measurements
if you
too are
back
a
out.
big thing.
The what?
Measurements.
Measurements.
And feeling how your clothes fit and like certain things.
Yeah, because always the scale is not always
The
going to
scale is
cooperate.
the
It should always
awful
follow
odd.
suit at the end, but it's at first, it's going to be all over the place. So you definitely got to surround yourself with I feel like the right people.
Yes.
You definitely have to have the
Facts.
right.
Because a lot of people don't understand.
Yeah.
like,
I mean, not
how-
just me. There are plenty of
Yeah.
other good coaches. You have to have a good coach. You got to have a good support system. Even if it's at home, family, stuff like that. Definitely, you got to do things to keep yourself motivated. I'm thinking back to my first prep. Yeah, it was it was rough. It was new. My mind couldn't like grasp certain things because it's like you're rowing a boat and you don't know where you're rowing to. You know, now that you've done it, you know where the end is. Mm-hmm. But when you do it for the first time, it's like, where the fuck am I going? Like, what is going on right now? Mm-hmm. And it is.
You don't know if you're gonna get there.
Yeah, it's rough.
Yeah.
But
I'll never forget when my first show.
Oh, the first is the worst. The worst.
I was doing the poses and doing all the stuff, and I was practicing. I was like, I'm doing this, I'm nailing it, whatever. And like towards like the week before, I'm like, I don't know if I could do this. Like I started doubting myself, and then I started looking, like you said, at the progress pictures. And I'm like, wow.
Yeah, those helped.
Oh my gosh.
I feel like that's one of the main things that got me through the first show. Was like I was very like when I competed in 11 and 14, I wasn't as on point with my photos as I wanted to be, like 06 and 07. But 06 and 07 was when I was new. Like I just started. And the photos kept me through. Like I took a lot of photos to look back on. Like,
crazy.
well, you know, think about it. 2006 was my first show. So this year was technically 10 years I've been involved in the industry.
That and
10 years ago, I was a fucking bum doing a novice class at the Long Island Experience. And 10 years ago. And this year, we've come a long way.
That is weird, but other people's photos helped me along too. Like when I first started, like when I first got on the team and you got me into like, Kenny, you're gonna do a show. Like I didn't know any of you people, and I used to see your photos, and I was like, you guys. I mean, that sound like a sucker, but these people were like superstars. To me. I was like, oh,
as long as you keep your own genetic capability in mind.
Yeah,
but
you know,
everyone's body's different.
Yeah, I always had pictures of certain people, and I would look at it every day when I was hitting the gym. Like, you know, I want to look like this guy. I want to look like this guy. They were like superstars to me.
Yeah.
And when I meet them, they were pretty cool.
The team, like
Except
looking at everybody else. Yeah. the team really does help.
Yeah.
And seeing their progress, and it's like, wow, I could really do this.
Yeah, it's good. It's
what
good.
do I have to do to get here?
It's you know, like I feel like fall, like again, like I love the spring shows, but like fall, as if I was a competitor, fall would be great because with fall you get motivated by spring, the spring team. You know what I'm saying? Like I guess with spring you can look back to old fall, but
no, it's not the same.
It's not as fresh.
This was my first time actually like being backstage and doing whatever, and I remember I'm like, oh God, I miss this.
Yeah.
Like at that time, you're like, yes,
spring
I did all
is
my
a good. Spring is powerful.
It's like motivation to do it.
Yeah, spring is powerful for
The
fall.
only thing that sucks about backstage is you got to deal with Ryan. Right? He's yelling at you constantly.
Listen, you ain't a joy to hang out with either.
Kenny, where are you?
Maybe,
What are you doing?
maybe if you just did your job when you're back there,
Mike Francis was backstage doing work. And he never got yelled at once.
First of all, I think everyone looks over you yelling at him.
He was back there. He had all the seats, everything done. No one got yelled at. Did you get yelled at?
Yes.
Sean,
no lie. We got yelled at.
Sean, I got yelled at.
I want to hear you, Sean, about getting yelled at because who was at every single show this season working backstage?
I got yelled at.
Shauna.
You know, you're right.
We got to give it a round.
You got to give it a round. But the thing about it is that I got yelled at on stage. Kenny turned your fucking head.
Kenny got yelled at on stage, off stage, backstage, wherever stage, in the bathroom, wherever.
I got yelled at before the show started. It's the best, man.
I'll never forget when you were on stage though. His face was priceless. He's like, what is he doing?
Oh,
you know what?
Amazing.
But on the side note, shameless plug, Megadeth winning the belt.
Yes, and we have that. You had that hashtag.
Yeah, I did a
right?
hashtag.
Okay, good.
Megadeth winning the belt.
Megadeth still, the legacy of Megadeth still lives on.
You know, it's okay to throw up because Megadeth did it first.
The streak. Okay.
Baby.
All right. So motivation, we got that nailed down. We focus on good support systems. We focus on taking the progress photos. I agree with backing yourself into semi of a corner.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Look to your teammates for motivation, inspiration, as long as you can keep it in the context of, who is who and what your genetic potential is. Right. So there we go. So motivation. I now want to move on and talk about the food drive. Okay, the 2016 SUF food drive. Last year, we were able to raise $10,600 to help feed the needy. This year, we're clocked in right now at $16,000. All right. Wow. There are some invoices that are still unpaid, but I know they'll come in. But even if they don't, we're still floating around the 15,000 mark. In terms of our top earners this year for Reps for Food, it was first place. We have Katharina, representing the New York branch. She raised a total of $2,815.
Hey.
Okay. We have second place representing Massachusetts. We have Leah, who raised $2,701. Okay, so it's a good representation for Massachusetts. In third place, we have our very own Shauna.
Yay.
Okay.
Crazy
Who raised?
Shauna, give us some crazy hands, Shauna. Give us some crazy hands. No, Shauna, give us some crazy hands, Shauna.
No, she can't knock the cameras down.
What a crazy hands.
And Shauna raised for New York branch. She raised a total of $1,907. So she topped her score from last year. In terms of everybody else representing the other branches we have for New York, we also had Dawn involved. We had Kenny. We had Jessica and Liz representing New York, as well as myself. For Connecticut, we had team members Rob and Kelsey. Okay, so they helped out. They did all their shopping already. For Massachusetts, on top of Leah, we had Sophie and Callie also representing Massachusetts. North Carolina is none other than Cody. And for Virginia, we had Josh. Okay, so this year we raised much more money. We were able to donate a lot more food in multiple states for more images, some of the videos we have posted, photos, all that stuff, and official stats on the food drive. I want you guys to check out www.suf.sufversushunger.com. So that's SUF versus hunger.com. Okay? All right. Moving on. We have our next segment, okay, which is called Questions from the Audience. This is where we put up our panel on Facebook and social media, and we invite people out there in the interwebs to come in and comment and ask questions to our panel. So here we go with questions from the audience.
Hello, people! This is your bleaching talking. Ask me a question.
Okay, questions from the audience. First question. This is from none other than Cody. Cody has a question to all of us. So we're going to bang through this real quick. Cody wants to know, for those who have dated someone during prep, how does your significant other handle it? And go Colleen. What do you got?
There's two sides of that spectrum.
No names. Just talk about the experience.
My first prep, the guy I dated, who was very much into fitness, he was a personal trainer, he wasn't very supportive in it at all. There was jealousy going on. There was how was the time spent, because it's, eat, sleep, train. And there was a lot of things, and no matter how much time you take to try and be with that person, there's a lot of stuff going on in your head, and you have to make sure everything's on point. This prep, the past one that I have, I'm lucky that my boyfriend is, bodybuilder and pro.
Kevin Terrier!
Yeah.
I do say no names.
Well, Kevin, I'll say Kevin. I'll say Kevin.
What division is he?
He's a light heavyweight,
Can we
bro.
take the clipboard and find out what he worked?
I'm sorry. I'm terrible at this. I don't even know.
Let's answer the question for my man Kevin. I don't know. I'm just done here.
Listen, I get a pass.
So the experience is different, obviously, with
he understands more, and being gone through it himself, he figured out how to support me. But other people are different. Some people just aren't into the industry. They don't like how it goes. It's just being supportive of that other person and knowing, okay, they're doing this for themselves and you want to support them. So if you don't have that support, it makes it a lot harder. But luckily I did have it, and if he wasn't there the last probably month, I probably would have said, all right, I need a break. And he was like, no, we're doing this. I'm
Nice.
And when you're in it together, it's different. And helping food prep was, it helps a lot. Like meal prep and all that stuff too. So they understand.
Less temptation.
All right, good.
Yeah.
Good.
And he was very respectful too with eating food in front of me.
Sometimes.
I have to say. Sometimes, because there was, we were on our way to the show, and he decided when we stopped off at a rest stop, what do you get, a pretzel? I think it was we were all
He
so
made me angry.
we were staring at him like, oh my god. Like, it was so bad. But other than that, like he would eat in another room.
All right,
if
good.
I was
Nice.
He tried.
I was a kid.
Kenny?
Oh man, it's funny. I lucked out. I was when I prepped for my first show. I was dating a girl, and
But
funny
the first
story.
and second show are 2 weeks apart.
it spiraled out of control quickly.
There's a
Man.
downward spiral.
I lucked out,
I want to
man.
hear this one. Go ahead.
She wasn't into fitness, but
Wasn't?
she was not.
Okay.
But she knew that I was into fitness. And funny story is, she's like, "Oh, you're gonna take me to a restaurant? I don't care." I'm like, "All right." So I take her to a restaurant and I order like tilapia, and
With
the
asparagus?
girl,
With asparagus?
nah, I don't go asparagus.
Split pea soup.
The girl, I wish they didn't have it. The waitress, she brings out tilapia, and the girl I'm dating goes into her purse and whips out a Kipcher scale. I shit you not, at the restaurant, and puts it on the scale. I was like, "This is how much is in it. Just put it back on your plate so you know how much and you're okay." So
Wow, that's a
that was
keeper.
really nice.
And you screwed it up.
how do you know I screwed it up? Wow, I'm a classic man, all right?
Oh, okay.
I'm a perfect gentleman, all right? Maybe she broke my heart. Thank you.
Did you bring her poop tarts?
Oh, excuse
Did you
me?
bring her poop tarts?
You know what? Not everyone gets poop toots. Thank you.
Sorry.
Get it right.
Sorry.
So I during my prep I had a pretty good support system.
Okay. For me, I've had people who have been supportive. I've also had people who are, I wouldn't say that they're not supportive. I've had it where it's like they're just fucking clueless. Where it's like,
How do you really feel?
like no, I don't mean in a bad. They have no fucking idea. It's like I've heard the line that sticks in my head the most is where it's like I'm prepping. What was it? I had to actually back out of that prep because it was just a nightmare. But when I started the prep, it was like, I'm like, I have to eat a specific thing. I have to weigh it. It has to run through my hands. Like, that's how it has to go. And it's like, oh, well, come over. We're making chicken. It's extra virgin olive oil. It's like, you do realize that extra virgin doesn't mean that there's lower fat. It's just a different taste. It's the same amount of fat content. It's not the point of like, oh, this food is good for me. The people have to understand that it's like, it's still math and accounting.
Facts.
So I've been on both ends of the spectrum where it's like someone who wants to help out, but they just don't get it, and it becomes an impeding process where if I really wanted to do those shows in, what was that, 2008, I would have done them, but I had other things going on, but that just was the ceiling deal. Like, this is just not gonna fucking work. And in terms of the other show, it was someone who was just that was 14. It was someone who was so hands off and so not involved that it wasn't even a distraction. It wasn't a positive or a negative. I guess a positive in terms of the person understood what I needed to do and knew not to get in my way ever. Mm-hmm. But in terms of that, like, if I were to prep now with Shauna, which I'll probably never prep again, but it would be much easier because now I trust someone who can count macros and understands what's going on. She's on a level playing field mentally and understands what's put into the sport.
And it's them taking the time to learn what we have to do to get here. Yeah.
I've had someone who wanted to put the input in and it's just like, and the other person just was like out of the picture. And if I ever did it again, I'm grateful to have someone who I could trust handling math and stuff like that. So
there it is.
You'll never get
Charlie,
this.
do it again. Give us again. Give us the great chance, Charlie.
don't knock the camera. Don't hit the fucking camera. Don't hit the camera. There it is. Okay, moving on. Big Mike, what do we got?
Fucking love crazy
Oh,
hands.
goodness. All right, my first prep, my dear wife. She was very, very supportive, but I drove her absolutely crazy.
It's the first time's rough. The first time's rough on you and the family.
The whole family. I drove them crazy. And then I had my 6-year-old son. We would go to McDonald's. I'm looking at French fries, JoJo Bean. My wife was very supportive, but I really just drove her crazy because it was my first time. I was learning how to count fat, protein, and all this other stuff, and balancing things out. And I go over my macros. I was really stressed out, and I stressed out my family. I know I did. But my wife was very supportive. Now the second time around, it's funny because now my wife knows what I'm going through, but now I'm better at it.
Yeah.
The first time I was awful. Now I'm better. I'm more in tune.
And plus, you don't know what to expect with the stage. Like,
Yeah.
there's that whole,
Yeah.
like, wow, I'm about to step on stage. Like, there's that whole other variable, which
Yes.
after the first time is put to rest.
Yes, and then my wife and my son actually coming to the first show. Now they really understand that this is very important to me. So now my wife goes shopping. She buys the egg white. She knows exactly what to buy for me now. But the first time it was really difficult, and I think I made it more difficult because I didn't know what I was doing. But now things are good. I can no complaints now. She's on point and she's more involved with the fitness. She's
Good.
doing her thing. So it's actually very compatible now. So we're doing pretty good.
All right, good.
Real good.
Sammy, what do we got?
Kenny, hashtag single life.
Oh, yes.
Prep is awesome. I don't have to answer. Nobody to talk to me.
Hashtag tired of Colleen's story. I mean,
What?
tired of Sammy's story already. Can we take the intermission?
That's why you made it with a girl from one prep and by the second show.
Wow. Oh.
But yeah, no.
Yeah, shots fired.
I'll be honest, I've been single for all my preps. It's easier for me that way. If I met somebody that was into the industry, I think it would be great because then they would understand. I can speak for friends-wise. Some of my friends have been supportive, but then you have the ones that try and help and they just don't
get
really
it.
have a clue. You appreciate the effort, but sometimes they make it a little worse. That's it. So hashtag single life, and it worked great.
Just to add, the one thing about the prep was this, the first time, is that my son, he doesn't like to finish his food. I don't like wasting food. So I always have to make a decision whether I'm going to eat them french fries or not. And this became very overbearing. I do not like, and I'm sitting
I hear
That's
you,
when you
man.
get a dog.
He has French toast
Oh, yeah.
sticks,
No,
right?
you can't feed
And
him
3 left.
What?
I'm
My dog
saying,
eats
I
whatever he
can't throw no
wants.
French toast sticks out. I can't. So I used to eat it. And I go on my macros.
You could give it to a homeless person.
I can't. Save them for Thanksgiving.
You might be serious about that, right? Yeah.
Wasting food. You know, I'm like, but this time around is a lot better. But that was one of the hardest things was throwing food away. I could not throw food away, so
I
I
don't
used
like
to
doing
eat it.
Now do you force him to
And-
finish his food?
Huh? No, I just throw it in the garbage can because I'm not trying. Because I'm so focused now, I don't think about it as it is, and we don't eat it. We
Yeah.
save it for next time, but
Oh,
you know, I can work it out.
And it doesn't
And the
become a
vet-
chore. It's like you know what you want to get, you know your goal, and you kind of just set it. It's like
Yeah.
that's it. So
So
it's
now it's
not
just-
like, oh, I need this. No,
No.
is it really worth the
Telling
3
you, man.
minutes of satisfaction to have that?
Yeah.
It's worth it.
Sometimes
Short term
it's-
versus
Mike, no.
short term
No,
versus.
now I know.
Black household,
Yeah.
you say fish grease and everything.
I
You
could never do this if I was with my mother. Throwing food away, it would never happen. What you doing? What you better eat that? Don't give no damn about no goddamn macros.
What?
Better eat that damn chicken.
It's
You
always,
ain't throwing nothing out.
everything is always put to an attack. Like, I'm gonna show you a macro. I'm gonna finish this food. I'm gonna show you a macro.
Fat eyes. You don't
Yeah.
eat that chicken.
I know. I'll show you a 22 grams of fat.
Oh, yeah. And we gonna fry everything. It was no
Oh,
big.
yeah.
Everything was fried. Oh no.
got
Macros
that?
with my mama would never had work.
You save the grease. You gotta save the grease. Put it in the cover.
Hashtag that. Macros with my mama.
Oh yeah. I like it.
All right, here we go. Next
slacking
question.
on the
Here we go.
hashtag.
This is from Anthony Sacco.
Sack man.
Sackman.
Junkyard. Okay. All right. He says, just wanted to start off with saying that you guys did an amazing job at the food drive for 2016 and kicked ass, and I'm proud of everyone and the Junkyard gang. My question is for Mike.
Big Mike.
Okay. Don't take this as a negative comment, but I noticed that you put a good amount of weight back on after your competition.
We're gonna have to get Sack man.
I know you put a good amount of weight back on after your competition, but are now working to get back in better shape again. I also had the same issue after my diet. Can you compare and contrast how you felt then compared to now?
Wow. Last year when I competed, I was 215 pounds.
Big Mike.
I felt like Superman. I felt good. So what happened is I was getting prepared for a film and it kind of flopped. And after the film didn't go through, got a little down, a little depressed about the situation. So I asked Ryan, I said, Ryan, what weight should I stay at? He said, listen, Mike, can't go over 225. You know how Ryan is. Ryan give you that face. Don't go over 225. I said, I got this, Ryan. I got this. Year later, 280 pounds again. Now, the difference from last year, this summer was a great summer, but it was awful mentally because last year I was able to run with my son, play at the park, running around. This summer, I couldn't do it. It was a major difference. It was night and day. I was out of breath. I didn't feel good about myself anymore. I couldn't take off my shirt at the pool. I used to wear a shirt, and I said, that's it. I'm done. So that's when I said, and then I saw him with his abs, and he showed me his abs. I was like, okay, I got to get back to the gym. So I was really driven because it was just mentally, physically, I didn't feel the same. I didn't feel like I was a better father being in shape. You play with my son.
It's
so
not only
really,
for you, it's for him too.
Yeah, and I don't mean to get emotional, but it was really an emotional thing for me, coming from 215 to 280. And in 1 year, I was able to compare myself as night and day. And that's when I said, you know what? I'm done. I have to get back to the gym and maintain this lifestyle.
Nice.
All right, good.
I got all emotional, didn't I?
Well, we're back on track. We're back on track now. We're going to make this happen, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Mike
And stop
2017,
until I
baby.
go pro. I'm not stopping. Yeah, this is my
Yeah.
word. I'm not stopping until I get a pro card.
There we go.
Yeah.
Mike.
That's right.
Nice. All right, next one. Jenna Gaillardo, who is Anthony Sacco's sister. Anthony Sacco, formerly known as Anthony Gaillardo. It's very complicated, don't ask. But anyway, Jenna, who is Anthony's sister, okay, also a very good friend of mine, she has a question for the females at the table. All right, the biggest struggle lately is to prep my meals again. I usually work out 5 times a week with eating 80% clean most of the time, which when people say that, they really mean a little less. But anyway, I noticed during certain monthly cravings, sounds like a girl problem. I noticed during certain monthly cravings, it is extremely difficult for me to stay with clean eating. There's always 2 weeks before that I crave salt and sugar. Any advice, how and what to kill those cravings while focusing on clean eating and reaching my fitness goal? So basically, how do you beat the period?
Jesus Christ.
Wow.
It's what it is.
That was 0 to 100.
It's what it is.
Kenny, do you want to go first?
Wow. You're like no respect from the women in his
See,
team.
and you want to blame everything on me.
I still forgive you, Colleen. As long as you're not that one over there.
What do we got? We'll start with Sam. Go ahead.
All right, so poor girl, she's got it for 2 weeks before. For me, I know it's usually like a day or two before. So like a day or two before, and you kind of know what's coming. So mentally, you just have to put yourself in that place. If it's off season, I will give in to them a little bit more. Obviously, if it's in season, I can't. But I find like alternatives. I'm not a salt person. I'm a sweets person. So I'll do nuts and more, like their cookie butter, because I can fit it into my macros, but it's not terrible for me. It's not like eating a Twix bar.
Yeah.
So it's just kind of finding those things that can satisfy it without going too much. Maybe add a little bit of salt to stuff.
It's not depriving yourself.
The pink Himalayan salt, so it's not as bad. And just finding those little things. But don't deprive yourself completely.
Yeah, that's how I do it too. If I deprive myself, then I tend to crave it more at that time. Mm-hmm. It's like, all right, so if I just have a little piece, all right, there's my craving, I'm done. Another thing that really helped me, which this prep really I needed it, was tea. Green tea, any type of tea. Especially green tea, and I put lemon in it, and it literally, my craving went away after I had like a cup and a half. Nice. I was good. I was like, oh, wow, it went away. And you just kind of got to push it out and say, is it, like I said before, short term and long term? Is it worth the 3 minutes of satisfaction that you're going to get from those cravings? You got to kind of put yourself out of the situation and say, is that really worth it?
Right.
Like, there's so many things. Like, I've been there where I overindulged or I had too much or couldn't fight the craving. But at the end of the day, is it really worth it? Just let yourself have a little bit so that you're not craving it so much. And also the tea and the water. If you don't keep up on your water, you're hungrier, you want more.
Fill yourself up with water. So
Stay out of the grocery stores.
Stay out of the grocery stores.
Keep yourself
Distract your
occupied.
butt.
Keep
Distract
yourself
yourself,
occupied.
yeah.
Like,
We're away from 7-Eleven pizza.
yeah.
amazing.
Oh, some of that macaroni. What was that? The beefaroni?
That was
from
out of the
your
vending machine. That
fucking
was great.
Gross, bro.
You know, I don't know how little Miss Penelope lives with this one. Right?
You leave
That was
Penelope out of
even-
this.
Yeah, I don't know if she lives
So
here.
basically,
And even go
You
for
gotta-
a walk or something.
yeah,
If
you
go
gotta
for a
keep
walk, take
yourself-
out.
vending machine beefaroni. You can't go wrong.
There's
Ooh.
vending machine.
Don't take
beefaroni.
that advice, Jenna. Beefaroni
gosh.
from a vending machine, stay away from.
You would find that.
It's
You
it's
would
at
find
work.
that.
It's
You would
amazing.
enjoy it.
It's vending machine beefaroni. How can you go wrong?
Why would you even say I want to have that for lunch today?
Because I like to party.
So, all right. So we're sticking with don't deprive yourself. Have a little bit.
Find alternatives.
Find
Make it
alternatives.
fit for a minute.
And
Yeah.
stay active. Like if you're having a breakdown moment where you feel like you're prone to, find something to do. It doesn't have to be working out. Just keep your mind mentally active and
Phone a
find
friend.
some shit to do.
Phone a
Right?
friend.
Right? Just do something. Take a nap. No. Okay. All right. Last question.
He's like, no.
This is from Marianella, one of my favorite clients. Okay. This is to everyone. Holiday food and drinks. Always a challenge. Or tough table food and drinks.
You're cool now?
We should have food next time. We should get you 7-Eleven pizza here. next time.
I'm gonna
I'm
bring that
kidding.
next up.
I'm kidding. Okay.
that's
So
happening.
back to Marianella. Okay. Always a challenge. Holiday food and drinks. How do you guys deal with that? Any secrets to share with us mere mortals?
Mere mortals.
Mike Francis, you start.
Well, what I did this year is that I actually kind of
Dehydrated.
I fasted all day. I didn't eat nothing. That's what I did. And I still because I don't eat pork no more or red meat. It was a lot easier for me, but I just fast for that day. And whatever was my carb intake, I actually went to the gym and did some cardio.
Nice.
So a little extra. You made
Little
you made
extra,
you made
and
room
I-
for the day.
Yeah, I
Okay.
fasted, but I still counted my macros.
Okay. Sammy.
I kind of do the same thing. Like if it's a big holiday dinner that I'm gonna go to, I won't eat as much during the day and kind of like save it off for the end. I will give into a drink here and there.
Now this is off season. I want everyone
Right,
to know
this
this
is
is off
completely
season.
off. I mean,
If this is
okay.
on season, there is no deviation. But
Easter,
again,
put it this way, usually-
off season, general fitness.
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
But in the spring, because since I compete in the spring, Easter comes around. Italian family, we do a whole big shebang, and I show up at my family's house late, so I miss the whole antipasto, and then I bring my food with me.
Okay.
And I drink my water instead of my wine.
But I mean, for Thanksgiving this time, you just
I
basically.
got an awesome chart that had 0 macros for the day.
I left it open for you.
I know.
Yeah, I left it open for you.
That's what I
Yeah,
said.
do a little extra cardio.
But yes, I did
use
extra
some
cardio.
smart decision making.
That morning was just straight egg whites
Yeah.
and no carbs until dinner time.
I personally am trying to get back on the Fit Fam train. Okay, trying to lose a little weight. This year,
too.
I made sure I ate much less going into the Thanksgiving night. I drank much more water, and then I know this sounds fucked up, but the day after, because it's not just Thanksgiving, it's the aftermath. It's the next day, and the leftovers.
leftovers.
I threw all that shit out, man.
Really?
Wow. Oh, no, poor Mike.
Mike, how bad would this man have got me?
Listen,
My
my
karma-
karma is balanced by the amount of food we donated.
What?
My karma is balanced by the amount of food we donated. I threw
I
a
don't
lot
think
of it
that's
out.
how it works.
I threw it out.
Oh, my. Oh,
If that
Mike,
shit,
tell him.
if that shit,
Mike, tell him how bad he got beat.
if
Oh my God.
if
I hope my
that
mother's not watching
if
this.
that sat in my house, I would have ate it. And you know what? Like today, like I'm back on and I'm ready to go. It's time to get moving. Judge me if you may. Like I said, I try to balance that karma out with the food drive. But my thing was, stay active. You could do a little extra cardio. This is not like, I'm going to go to the gym for 6 hours now. Do a little extra cardio.
You can't outweigh the diet.
Yeah. Try to sap away at other macros and other places. Like, let's make room for this type of deal. And I now have made sure that this shit is not in my house now. Like now, when I woke up this morning, where it's like, I want pumpkin pie. It's not there. I ate what I wanted to on Thanksgiving. I gave some away. I threw some out, and it's good to go. All right, Kenny.
I'm not on any kind of diet.
Yeah, he's
right?
eating beefaroni for the fucking.
That's the thing, though. Let me tell you. The reason I didn't overindulge on the holidays is because of shameless plug again. What Ryan said. He said that these competitions are 1 in the off season. So I didn't go crazy with it. I just ate a little bit here and there. So I just didn't. I guess self-control. I just didn't indulge. And I had a shit ton of eggnog, and I mean, beefaroni out of vending machine will clean out your system immediately.
That's exactly what I want to talk about right now.
It's a quality. See, I'm gonna bring you some vending machine beefaroni.
No.
All right? It was amazing. It's vending machine beefaroni. How can you go
What's a
wrong?
bright idea would ever to be put beefaroni in a vending machine?
I mean,
Dumb.
Kenny's.
Maybe somebody out there would eat it.
Kenny's fueling his own
Clearly.
machine. Kenny's fueling his own machine right
let me
now.
tell you, I had vending machine beefaroni, vending machine mac and cheese,
Oh.
and vending
Well,
machine.
think about it. Mac and cheese already comes in a container, so that's I don't know.
You know, I'm gonna take a picture. These are fresh foods. And vending machine chicken
It's
tenders.
fresh food.
I watched the guy put it. It's vending machine chicken.
I watched the guy put it in
tenders.
there.
Oh, Colleen, you're up. We're moving
Yeah,
on.
you got somebody to eat, all right?
We're gonna have Sci-Unison Fatness before we know it.
That's the hashtag.
Yeah, you guys know how to eat good food, man.
Let's see. I pretty much I kind of guesstimate on certain things. Granted, I've been a little trying to find a balance, which is good. But on the holidays, like I said, I limited myself throughout the day, and luckily we eat at like 3 o'clock, so I'm very happy. I'm not cranky. But you know, I picked and choose what I wanted. If I wanted to have this dessert, I wasn't having this at dinner, and I picked and choose what I wanted, and I kind of did small portions. And I didn't, like Kenny, I didn't go overindulge. I wasn't full where I'm like, oh my god, I can't move. It was, you know, full to like I'm content, I'm fine. I had a little dessert, I had the things that I wanted, and I made sure it was there so that I didn't feel deprived. And I had a few glasses of wine, but it's, you know, having a limit, having a stopping point. So that if you can control it, then you're not going to feel like, you know, and I also went to the gym. I did a little extra cardio. I didn't go crazy.
Just a little extra.
Yeah, just a little bit, because you can't outweigh the diet.
Facts.
You could work out for 4 or 5 hours. And you go eat something, what's the point?
Yeah.
You're just, it doesn't go hand in hand like that.
Yeah.
It's mainly all diet. So it's, you know, just do a little extra. Your body will level itself out. It's not like you're going to gain 10 pounds in one sitting.
Yeah.
So.
Well, this year I actually lost 1 pound the next day.
Wow.
Yeah, and I think that's from maybe fasting and then doing some extra cardio. But I actually lost 1 pound.
Oh, good.
You balance
That's
yourself.
the first time that
Those-
ever happened.
So there we go, Jenna. All right. So I hope that helped you. That's for Mary now. Sorry. I hope that helped you out. So in the future, you know, moving forward for our next Tough Table episodes, a couple weeks before the episode is shot, I will post a picture that shows the panel. I will share it on all my social media, where you can then comment and you can leave your questions to either an individual on the panel or the panel itself, and you know, maybe we'll get around to addressing it. Okay, so also if you have questions too, you can also send them to my email. We're going to do the info email this time. It's info@Sci-Unison Fitness, UNISON Fitness.com. Again, address it to either the panel itself or a specific member on the panel for the upcoming episode. All right, so what I want to do now is I want to do a shameless plug for Intermission eyewear. Okay,
Badass.
Yes, badass sunglasses. I will soon be retiring these. Everyone thought I wouldn't do it, but I will be retiring. Oh, but wait till you see what's coming
I'm
next.
glad I'm sitting down for this.
Okay.
I fear change, man. I don't like change.
All right. I want you to check out the website. We're going to
I
list it in the
gotta-
YouTube video. All right. We're going to look up Intermission eyewear.
To find all kind of glasses.
All right. Also, for the next episode, Tough Table 5, which will be our December episode, I will be introducing and presenting the awards of the year. Every year we do awards for, Junkyard Dog of the Year, Competitor of the Year. We have a lot of good awards. I'm going to be getting these awards, and everyone will find out who the winner is exclusively through Tough Table. It will not be on social media until after Tough Table is posted. It will not be on Instagram, Facebook, nothing. If you want to know the winners of the awards for Sci-Unison Fitness 2016, you're going to have to tune into the December episode of Tough Table. Okay, so we're going to take a brief intermission and we'll be back. Please be sure to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Thank you. SUF mannequin challenge hashtag. Okay, there we go. Okay, so all right, now we are going to finish with our third and final topic, and we're going to talk about the importance of approaching fitness and your fitness journey as a lifestyle, okay, and not just a simple fad or phase. We want to talk about the importance of how health and fitness can influence and affect other aspects of your life. But first, we want to watch Heather Drake take a selfie. All right. So, the importance of fitness as a lifestyle, not just a fad. Where are we starting? Who's got something?
I got something.
Okay.
All right. Diets absolutely do not work. Diets are for short term. I've done it before I met Ryan. I lost weight, gained it back. It has to be a lifestyle. And that was proven once again. I went right back into the same thing I did years ago before I met Ryan. I did a competition. I lost over 100 pounds.
Nice.
And I did that for a year. Then afterwards, I went right back into the same thing, make it into a diet. It didn't become a lifestyle. So even though I competed, I wasn't really that serious about it. It was just something, okay, I lost 100 pounds. And the minute I stopped making it a lifestyle, I went back and gained 80 pounds. So I decided now to make it a lifestyle. So I got more involved I want to get more involved with the team, do more shows, go more backstage, help Ryan out. I want to adopt the lifestyle. And doing this, fitness for me, it helps me emotionally, physically, and spiritually for me. Not only that, it makes me a better person, a better father, a better person. Watching my family watching me getting back in shape, it actually involves them because fitness is very important for our whole family right now because it's so positive, you know. It's just a part of our life where it just brings us closer together because I'm in tune with myself. Because in order I have to be fitness makes me feel better, which makes my life better, not only for myself, but for my family, everyone around me. And it's something very positive. So I know diets don't work no more. It just don't work. You have to adopt a lifestyle to keep that weight off. Not only that, it's life for life. Because it's very difficult to walk around being negative with all the extra weight on you.
You can't keep up with your kid.
You can't keep up with your kids. You know, I mean, I went through that just like this again. This last summer, from one extreme to another. I couldn't run around with my son, 6 years old this year, because I was 80 pounds heavier, you know. And my son, he doesn't realize that I'm 51 years old. All he knows is he wants daddy to play and to chase him. So I have to stay in shape. I have to adopt this lifestyle. I'm 51, he's 6. In 10, 12, 13 more years, he's 18, I'm like 65. So I have to maintain this lifestyle so I can be physically fit for him. So I can run and play basketball or football with him, you know. So, and my wife loves it too. She likes feeling this lean body. And listen, don't get me wrong. That's another great part about it because we both feel good about ourselves being physically fit. You know.
Real quick to piggyback off what you're saying is that like you spend a lot of time on me and JoJo Bean and like you want to be physically fit with him because like with me my dad is my hero. Like everything I've ever done in my career and my life is pretty much for my dad. And you, like with you being healthy, JoJo's always gonna want to be around his dad. Because, like I look up to my dad. I still every once in a while play basketball with my dad. Once he scores 1 point, he quits the game because he's undefeated against me.
Okay.
But like you said, being healthy helps you be around JoJo, and it'll be the same thing. Like my dad's my hero, and JoJo will look up to you like I look up to my dad.
Yeah, because definitely want to be a positive role model. In order to be a positive role model, you need that other aspect in your life to be physically fit. Because I always tell my friends is that I'm my son's role model. I'm his role model. I said, I understand you have Superman, Batman, you have all these sports, but I'm going to be his Superman. I'm going to be his Batman because that's important. So in order for my son to see, he needs to see me physically fit. I mean, I remember when I competed and he was in the bathroom with me, and he said, Daddy, you got muscles. You got muscles. But then this year, and this is why it really affected me, because he said, Daddy, you fat. But he didn't mean it, but he just seemed...
Kids are brutally honest.
He's just being really honest, because he just saw this last year. And he's saying this, Daddy, your stomach, where's your muscles? So for me, it really affected me in another level. It's more than just working out, looking good on stage. It's a way of life for me, because every day I want to be able to play with my son and feel good about myself. And when you feel good about yourself, you'll be a better person.
Yep.
That's why lifestyle is definitely, you have to adopt that lifestyle. Diets just don't work. I've done it over and over and over. They don't work because it's only temporary. Lifestyle for the rest of your life. I mean, I went to the doctor just the other day. My blood pressure was 106/56. That's very good. Matter of fact, they said your blood pressure came back like a teenager.
Wow.
Ooh, get him.
And my stress tests were amazing. Just that alone made me feel good. I text my wife. I said, baby, I'm like a teenager. So I really, I credit myself for getting back, but also credit Ryan, and I credit the team. Because even though you guys don't know it, I'm always looking on, I'm not on the social networks, but when I go on my wife's, I'm always looking at the team. I'm always inspired. I always find inspiration, And now my inspiration is say, yes, I want to go for that pro card. If it takes me 2-3 years, because I can say that, because now it's a lifestyle. So people say, it's going to take you 3 years to get a pro card? I say, yes, because it became a lifestyle. I don't care about the money aspect of it. And just like someone mentioned that you pay money for your coach, I said, but you pay money for everything else.
Where's the wisdom from Big Mike?
Your investment should come with yourself, with your body, because we pay money for everything else. We pay money for cars and trips. But one thing you need to pay money is for your body, because you only have one body. And I work for the Suffolk County Medical Examiner's Office, so I see it every day. I see when people don't take care of themselves, that other things may happen because you don't take care of yourself. Other diseases, high blood pressure, all these other diseases come. Not saying everything, but a majority comes because they don't take care of themselves. So people need to take that investment. The biggest investment you can make is in your body. Pay for those vitamins. Pay for that good food. Oh, it's expensive. Hey, you're on one body. You can't take that stuff with you when you go to your grave, so you take care of that one body. So that's why I adopted the lifestyle. And that when I say for life, it's for life. Now, on a more joyful note, I just feel like I want to tone down a little bit, but I just want you to understand how important it is when I say that fitness is for lifestyle. It has to be a lifestyle, because you only have one body. People don't understand, one body.
You could buy and get rid of any other things. You could buy new sunglasses, you could buy new shoes, you could buy a new shirt. Your car gets run down, you buy a new car.
Once your health is gone, that's
You're
it.
done.
You've got nothing.
You're fucking done.
And a lot of times people wait till it's too late before they make that change.
Yes.
And it's not just for the competitive aspect, because if people just latch onto the competitive aspect when you're not competing, they're more prone to going to shit.
Right.
It happened.
That's what
I too. I want to start losing some weight too. I'm not trying to get back on stage, but This year has been a lot for me. It's been a lot of stress. There's been a lot of projects.
You held that shit down. Though.
There's been a lot of shit on my plate, and at times I am guilty of letting my own fitness, my own nutrition plan take a back seat, and I wish I wouldn't have, because when I am leaner, I am a much more efficient machine. Like. I still get shit done now, and I actually, for the first time in a real long time, I'm proud of myself at how I handled this whole entire year. There's been a lot more ups, but there were some downs, a lot of issues I'd never had to deal with before. But I know that moving forward, to stay at this level and to keep producing, keep going, like it needs to be a lifestyle, because again, you feel better about yourself. You're going to get up easier in the morning. You're going to be able to work a little later, a little harder at night. You'll be able to focus a little better. If you put shit in, you get shit out. So it definitely does have to be.
Right, but at the end of the day, you don't give yourself enough credit. Because I mean, I'm not a D rider, but I mean, like you held it down. Like, even from someone who is new to this. And, I don't know much about the bodybuilding game. If you just look at what you do for all of us, I mean, you do a lot of shit. Like, a lot of shit.
It's on a whole nother level.
Yeah, from a guy who, like I said, don't know about fitness from the outside looking in. I mean, you turned me into a professional bodybuilder. Like, a guy that y'all call a diva. And if you don't know about bodybuilding, you can just look at our competitors versus everyone else's competitors. Like, our dudes are monsters. And all of the women on our team are dimes. Like you got to give yourself credit for that.
Yeah, but you got to stay on top of it. Like, you're only as good as what you last produce. So you can't get complacent. You got to keep going. There's got to be newer projects. There's got to be upgrades. In order to keep that going, I myself have to be better physically fit. Like, my physical fitness this year, I'm gonna be honest, took a hit. It took a major hit.
It did, but look what it produced. Like, for example, like, not shameless plug, but I mean, if you're looking for somebody who knows their shit, they gotta look for you. You take the time with us. First of all, you send me an email, and then you have to send me a Facebook message.
Which drives me nuts.
Fucking email.
Which drives me nuts.
God.
Which drives you nuts, but you always do it. Why is Samantha commenting? You know what I mean? That's the shit you do. If you're looking for a coach that's gonna hold you down, it's no.
Yeah, but the lifestyle has to be there. In order for me to continue to do that,
the person has to want.
I'm not young, but I'm not old. I'm 33. I'm 34. It's like I'm just saying. Like,
Don't talk about ages.
Like, I'm starting to feel like, I gotta
You have to take care of you.
Yes. Yeah.
Because if you don't take care of yourself, and if you don't.
And when I'm working,
live that healthy lifestyle.
If I'm working at long late night, it's just so easy to want to go get something from here or some bullshit or eat garbage when it just satisfies that momentary, and then long term it's just like you put shit in, now you're gonna feel like shit the next day, you feel like shit about yourself. It's just
it's a downward spiral.
The lifestyle has to be there. So
just like, I know what you mean, because you're saying you have to be physically fit in order to continue, because even though you don't have children, this is your child.
Yeah.
This is your kid.
I can't be that.
You can't be the best. So I can understand that you have to be.
You gotta lead by example.
Yeah,
I can't be like some fat overweight coach who just does nothing and it's like, do this. Like I.
Yeah, like, you take care of what you need to take care of, but if you was more like you said, more fit and went back, how much more you could do better.
Exactly.
Like, I'm a great father, but now being fit,
You're
now I
even
can
better.
do
much more.
Much
Yeah,
more.
exactly.
So in that comparison, I can understand.
That's why, like,
More energy, more
2014 was important to me, because it was a very good season. Heather won the title. I also competed, so it's like, hey, like, I did it too. I'm with you. I still need to make sure I'm part of the struggle. I can't lose touch with I'm very big on not demanding something of someone that I have not done myself.
Yes.
So it's like sometimes I need that reminder, like, oh, hey, I can do this. I got to do this. So it's like, that's my goal, like, moving forward, to take more care of myself physically. Because this year it was easier for me to just be like, oh, fuck it, let me eat this. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's just like, oh, I'm stressed out about this. There's this. You're playing at such a high level that But I learned from my mistakes, and moving forward next year, that shit won't happen.
Yeah, I learned from my mistakes. I mean, this past 2.5 years has been such a roller coaster ride from going to competing and then gaining the weight again, and then now going from A to B.
Yeah,
it's been a tremendous experience for me. It really has, because I was just there.
Yeah.
So I know how important it is to adopt the lifestyle, not diet.
Yeah, no, I
gotta
get back into that lifestyle.
Yeah.
Sam?
I'm all about the lifestyle. I've always been.
Yeah, you don't stray too far. Like never. Yeah.
I come from a very unhealthy family in a lot of ways, and seeing the struggles and seeing how they've just kind of gotten sicker over the years, and it's things that they could have controlled. It's always been that way in my head. So I'll never let anything really control me, food or anything. So I have to be healthy, because you know what? Everybody's going to age. Everybody's going to get older. But I want to control as much of it as I can. Yeah. And I want to age gracefully. And I don't want to be sick if I can prevent it. So for me, it's very important. And I think leading by example is, like you were saying with your son, you need to be there for him. Not only do you need to be able to run with him now and play with him now, but you know what? When he's older, he wants his dad there. Mm-hmm. And if you don't take care of yourself now, who knows what's going to happen? So for me, it's just important. It's just who I am. Yeah. I mean, not to say I don't binge and I don't have my days.
Yeah, I know.
But it's my lifestyle.
Yeah, you're right. You're absolutely right. And lifestyle is very important to adopt a lifestyle, because you don't know when you're gonna die because accidents, but the quality of life you can control some of that by taking care of yourself and putting everything into your body. Which now when people come to me all the time, say, "Oh, how'd you lose the weight? How'd you lose the weight?" I tell them, I say it starts here. Mm-hmm. Losing weight starts here. You can know all the plans you want. You can buy all the food you want. You can. It starts here. 100%. You gotta say, "I'm done." That's the only way.
Shit, I make all the plans, and I still, like I wasn't committed. Here. Like I make all the plans. Yeah. All the plans that everyone here has had. I think. So it's like.
But then you start taking.
And it's like, if you're not ready to do it yourself and mentally commit to it, you're done.
You took grilled cheese from me. You took that from me. I have French toast bread and grilled cheese. Oh.
All right.
You took it from me.
Good topic. I like that one.
Samantha.
You're welcome.
Moving on, I want to talk about, this will help with the previous topic about, keeping to the lifestyle. I want to, you okay?
I was trying to give her a cheer. She just ignored me.
Sorry.
I don't want it anymore.
Sorry.
I'm gonna put my cup down.
No peripheral
Thank
vision.
you for noticing, Colleen.
I want everyone to know that on the website, Sci-Unisonfitness.com, we have a recipe section. We have been slacking a little bit, but we're going to get back into that in the new year. It's been real rough this year, time-wise, in terms of all the projects, all the shows we've been doing. But, Shauna has committed to really moving forward in 2017, really getting back on this. Yes, you have. We talked about this.
Crazy hands. Give us crazy hands.
I want you guys to check out Sci-Unisonfitness.com. All right. Let me pull this video up. This will help me out and help you guys out as well. All right. We're going to go to Sci-Unisonfitness.com. We're going to go to the blog section. And we're going to go to the category section. We're going to go to Shauna Macro Mayhem. Okay. And in this section, you're going to see some nice, healthy recipes. All right. There's a lot of great stuff, and we will be adding to this. And I am your designated taste tester, which is the great thing. All right.
We need extra volunteers up here. Just let me know.
Kenny will eat anything.
With these blog posts, you'll have a photo and you'll have the macro breakdown. You'll have ingredient listing and directions on how to prepare these meals. Okay. There'll also be certain indicators for if you're on prep or not to use this or to use this. So again, we want to make sure that you go to Sci-Unisonfitness.com, hit the blog section, go to categories, and look for Shauna's Macro Mayhem for old recipes on there, and we'll be adding new ones moving forward in 2017. All right. So now next, we have another activity, and this one again is always my favorite. This one is someone at this table. You got your
I
board?
got vodka in the trunk
You
of
got
my
your board?
car.
All right, everyone's got boards. Who needs erasers?
I need
Who's
an
got my
eraser,
board?
please.
Boards and erasers.
This is
Here we
my
go.
board.
I don't need this.
Stop yelling at me.
Who's? Everyone's got their stuff.
I just need an eraser, please.
Eraser. Here we go.
Because Kenny doesn't share.
Eraser.
What? I just said
Okay,
you could share
here we
your
go.
stuff.
Someone at this table. Someone at this table. For this segment, I am going to read an odd, weird, interesting fact or occurrence in one of these people, including myself, one of our lives, and then these guests are going to have to pair, that fact with the person, and this will be based on the point system. And again, the winner of this, combined with the tally from Tough Table Trivia, will get this new flavor of NutriBio. Okay, so here we go. Let me get my shit together here because I'm all over the place. All right, the first one. Okay, someone at this table. Number 1. I cry on the drop of a dime during sad, happy, or inspirational movies. This even happens during certain sitcoms or commercials. Contestant number 1. Okay, so Cry Me a River. Who is Cry Me a River at this table? Including me as well. Second one. When I was in elementary school, I had a weird fear and phobia of drowning and dying in quicksand. Yeah. All right. So sink or swim. Okay. Number 2. Number 3. Frank came over when I was younger. I was so happy to play video games that when I went to run down the stairs to the basement, I missed a step, flipped a few times, and rolled down the stairs. Humpty Dumpty, number 3. Who is Humpty Dumpty? Okay, you have this on your sheets too if you need to look it over. Number 4. I have a slight fear of jelly or Jello. So that's why at the shows I ask everyone to make my peanut butter jelly rice cake for me. And so that is jelly phobia. And the last one, when I eat, I have to eat one thing at a time. I can never have more than one type of food on my fork at the same time. And I usually take one taste of everything, then kind of pick an order as to how I eat the rest of my food. Example, if I eat chicken, broccoli, and sweet potatoes on a plate, I have to eat all the chicken first, then the broccoli, then the sweet potato last. So the last person is definitely an OCD eater. All right. So number 1, Cry Me a River. Number 2, Sink or Swim. Number 3, Humpty Dumpty, falling down the fucking stairs. Number 4, the jelly phobia. And number 5, the OCD eater. Take a moment, get your shit together. I gotta find my tally from before. Are we ready? We almost ready?
Right.
Ready? Okay, so Sam,
Oh boy.
what do we got? Number 1.
You're
Let me
just-
see a sheet.
The whole thing?
Yep, the whole. Yep. Let me see.
You spelled my
Okay.
name wrong.
Oh, you
Whoops.
forgot an L.
Really?
Sorry.
It's your friend over
Okay,
here.
so number 1. Okay, you got Colleen. Number 2, you have Brian,
Eating.
Mike.
Don't change your
Kenny,
answers.
No,
and
no.
Sam.
Oh, I'm
So
retarded.
you
I'm
get
retarded. I meant
how many
to fuck
points? How many points
He's
here?
changing his answers.
No. I wrote someone's
He
name twice by
changed
mistake.
his too.
No, I didn't change it.
No, he
I was-
changed
no,
his
I
now.
was-
I wrote someone's name
I was
twice by
right
mistake.
there.
So for the
Do I get
first
extra
one,
credit for going first?
Colleen, no, you have number 2. You don't. No more writing. We're done now.
All right, I
Ryan, no. Number 3
Oh,
is
Sam.
Kenny. Mike, no. Number 4, Kenny, yes. So Samantha gets a point for there. And number 5, okay.
rice cakes for you.
I love you.
Kenny, you're up. What do we
Did
got?
we get that on
Let's get
video?
it.
He said he
Yeah,
loves
those
it.
rice cakes were, yeah.
We have Colleen. Oops, my hand is in the way. Colleen
Why
for
is that
number
running out
1.
of time?
We have Mike for number 2. We have Ryan for number 3. We have Kenny
Let's
for
write it
number
I
4.
didn't write it.
Number
I'm not changing
5 is Sam. Okay.
You copied my board.
And
I did not.
boom. Colleen. We
Sorry,
have
Sam.
How the fuck does everyone know Kenny's number 4?
Sam is
We
number
all
1.
made your rice cakes.
This is true.
Brian
That's why I love
is
you all,
number
right?
2, so Colleen gets a point.
I got myself right.
Yeah,
Doesn't count.
Colleen gets that right. We have Kenny,
Oh, and Kenny.
and we got.
Everybody hates Kenny.
Okay,
Okay,
Mike.
we're tied right now.
What do we
I
got?
didn't understand it.
Yeah, we're tied.
All right.
God
Oh
damn
man,
it.
where are my playing cards?
This is it's
I
not
got
gonna
a
work
line
out.
on my. Never mind.
I think they're.
I didn't understand the
Gotta
game.
get
I
him.
was trying to.
Mike was
Get him
just filling shit out.
I meant to
All
put
right.
that up there. I meant to put that. Never mind. Go ahead.
So the first one we have Sam. No,
wrote
we
fucking
have
Sammy
Mike
twice,
is
I don't
number
know why.
2.
You were what?
Wait,
I wrote Sammy
I know.
twice.
Oh, it's because you
Don't
love
mind
me.
Don't mind.
No.
me. Don't mind.
Kenny
me.
is
Just
number
keep putting it out
3.
there.
No,
I know.
Colleen
I know.
is 4. No, Mike Francis gets no points.
Okay.
Okay,
I
hurry up. You don't have him?
didn't Mike roll it back. Yeah, did you sound right?
I thought we was doing something. No,
All right, so Mike didn't even get his. Mike didn't even get his own right.
I quit tough table. Mike,
And he wasn't even. Mike's the only one that did not have a drink today either.
I was thinking something though.
Okay, so we have a tie. We have a tie between. Yes, oh thank God.
I was
Sean
thinking
saves the
something else.
day.
I just-
Okay, so we have a tie. We have a tie between Kenny and
You're
Colleen.
going down.
Okay, so to settle our tie, here we go. To settle our tie, to win the NutriBio, we're gonna play war with my Iron Man.
Ooh, going
playing
to
Yeah,
cards.
I forgot how to play
Yes,
war.
you're gonna
Three.
do 1, 2, 3, and then
Flip.
turn.
Look, yeah.
Okay, so here we go.
I declare.
There's yours, and there's yours.
Fucking do it.
Are you sure you guys aren't like getting like coots with something?
No.
weird?
What?
No.
I'm a horrible gambler, so I'm gonna
Lay him
lose.
down. Lay him down.
I
1,
You gotta say it.
3.
Clear.
What? What are
Here
you
we go.
saying?
Flip them. We have a 5 and a jack.
You gotta be shitting me, man.
You said you're a horrible gambler.
Yeah.
Mind your business, alright?
So the winner
Yay!
of our
Yay, that means Colleen's gonna make treats.
competition is
And he's
Colleen.
big.
This is
Yes.
bull.
There we
I
go.
wanted to try this.
Can we find out who was who?
Oh, the
Let's
answer.
find out
Yes.
all of them because
Okay.
Mike doesn't know who Mike
Yes.
is.
Mike, which one was yours,
Mike gets it
Mike?
wrong. Okay.
I thought.
So here we go.
Kenny, do you want this?
I was
Cry
trying-
me a river.
I do that,
The
right?
person.
Good.
Here we
I
go.
hate you.
The person who's crying on the drop of a dime is Mike Francis.
Jesus Christ, Mike. Mike
Number
was kind of my
2.
hero.
Number 2. Elementary school, weird phobia of drowning in quicksand. That is me.
Are you serious?
I've had an odd phobia of drowning in quicksand. Anywhere I saw dirt or sand, I was like not ready to play.
I gotta
Okay.
find my friends,
Number
man.
3, Humpty Dumpty down the fucking stairs is Colleen.
Oh, I didn't know it was going to
I gotta find
The
some
slight
friends.
fear of jelly, and he is a diva at the shows and doesn't like preparing his own rice cakes is Kenny. And OCD eater who I also share
I
the same
should've
thing.
known this,
I do the
'cause I
same
was gonna
thing.
say
I do the
you.
same thing. Has to eat one thing at a time is Samantha.
You know what's crazy? I do
I
the
should
same
have
thing.
known that.
If-
I always thought
If I'm
that
like
was
eating,
you two.
if I'm eating pancakes and eggs, if the syrup touches my eggs, it's over.
Oh my God. y'all
No, the
just-
syrup and eggs is really good.
All right.
Let's mix it all together.
No, what?
No.
You can eat at my mama's table.
Mike's from the south, man. Mike is from
I
the
think
south.
we're all banned from your mom's.
So these
Yes.
worked out good. The thoughts.
That was good.
Even with Thanksgiving, I gotta my potato salad has to be on a separate plate and
Just
my
mix it all
rice.
in one thing. Like mashed
no.
potatoes.
Let's get ugh.
I don't put ketchup on anything except French fries.
Next
and hot
segment.
dogs.
Next segment. Here we go. Here's our last activity. Our last activity is
Do it live.
Tough Tales with Reginald Crumpets. Everyone has been asked to provide certain nouns, verbs, adjectives, whatever, in accordance with Reginald Crumpets' story. Reginald Crumpets does not know who is providing what set of words. I'm just going to give him a list of guess 1, guess 2, guess 3, guess 4, and so on. He's going to read his own story with our guest selection of words, and then he's going to select the best possible story, and the winner gets a t-shirt of his or her choosing, and that's the prize for them. So, for Tough Tales at Reginald Crumpets, Mike, I would like you to read your word choices or phrases. You have it on there?
Just read it.
Yeah.
Death by interception.
All right, let's go. We'll go with the subject matter. Okay, so we're gonna pick make up a title for a horror movie and then go.
Oh, death by interception.
Okay, next.
Give yourself interest in superhero name. Slingshot.
Okay.
Goofy adjective. Tippity tappy.
Okay.
Noun verb. Ripping.
All right.
Body part abs. Embarrassing action. Butt squeezing.
Jesus Christ.
Tourist location, Japan.
Okay.
I like it.
Who's next? We have Colleen.
Horror movie? Oh, wait. Yeah, makeup. That's not what I had. Oh,
That's
put it in the wrong spot.
no, he changed it.
uh,
He changed his order of the story.
Okay. No, you put my stuff in the wrong.
Oh. Oh, so you're saying that what? The
Blonde Butcher is the name of the movie.
Gotcha. Okay, go ahead.
I like it.
I like it too, right? It's good. Horror, the superhero name, Iron Mistress. Goofy adjective is shaggy. Violent verb, erratic. Body part, booty.
Giggity.
Embarrassing action, stomach growling. Tourist location, 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue.
Nice. Samantha?
Can you know what
Title
that
to a horror movie, The Crossover. Give yourself an interesting superhero name, Scardio. Goofy adjective, nutty. Violent verb, lacerate. Body part, shoulder. Embarrassing action, falling. I do it all the time. Tourist location, Disney World.
And last but not least, we have Kenny.
Oh, dear.
Alright. Horror movie title is Split Pea Soup Snakes. My interesting superhero name is Zormus. Goofy adjective, the Urkel Snort. Violent verb, slashing. Body part, greatest part ever, boobs. Embarrassing action, sharding, which I do more do you think. Deadlift.
Throw back to Josh.
Deadlift, man. Yeah, you do it big.
That was too much TMI right there.
It was okay that I shared that I fall. You didn't need to share that you shard.
So, sharding.
Never do leg day with Kenny.
Yeah.
You go hard, you go home.
Hashtag.
You
No,
short.
hashtag like with
You
James.
short or you go home.
Right?
Go ahead.
Hashtag never do leg day with
And
Kenny.
tourist location, Dubai.
Okay, so you got everyone's phrases and words that they picked. Reginald Crumpets will be doing his own video that will be attached to the end of our Tough Table video. He will read them all out, and then he will select the winner, and the winner gets a free t-shirt of his or her choosing. That basically concludes our 4th episode of Tough Table. I want to thank everyone for viewing. I want you to please like and subscribe. Stay tuned. We'll have episode 5 coming in December. Like I said, with that one, we're going to do a nice giveaway for Initium Eyewear, a like and share campaign, which will enter you into a contest. We'll have another great panel with great guests. So until next time, peace.
Later.
Whoa! You gotta knock before you come in. So here we are again, round 2. As you all know, my name is Reginald Crumpets. Ow! Alright, number 1. I have a confession to make. I once starred in a low-budget horror movie, Death by Interception, under the stage name Slingshot. In this movie, I played a tippity-tappy detective involved in a murder case where a killer would rip abs. I played a flawed character, as my detective character would butt squeeze in places such as Japan. In the end, I was able to capture the killer. Oh, also my confession is that I'm an asshole. Number 2. I have a confession to make. I once starred in a low-budget horror movie, Iron Mistress, doctor who the mistress turned dead people into Cybermen who were made of metal, under the stage name Blonde Butcher. In this movie, I played a shaggy detective involved in a murder case where a killer would erratic booty. You do realize erratic is an adjective and not a verb, yes? Anyway, I played a flawed character, as my detective character would stomach growl in places such as 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue. In the end, I was able to capture the killer. Oh, also, my confession is that I'm an asshole. Oh yeah, that's the stuff. Assistant, give me one more. I'm a freaking magician. Alright, assistant. One more. Number 3. I have a confession to make. I once starred in a low-budget horror movie, The Crossover, under the stage name Scardio. In this movie, I played a nutty detective involved in a murder case where a killer would lacerate shoulders. I played a flawed character, as my detective character would fall in places such as Disney World. In the end, I was able to capture the killer. Oh, also, my confession is that I'm an asshole. And last but not least, number 4. I have a confession to make. I once starred in a low-budget horror movie, Split Pea Soup Snakes, under the stage name Zoramus. In this movie, I played an Urkel-snorting detective involved in a murder case where a killer would slash boobs. I played a flawed character, as my detective character would shart in places such as Dubai. In the end, I was able to capture the killer. Oh, also, my confession is that I'm an asshole. So from these 4 selections this week, as always, I can only pick one. And while none can be as impressive as something my mind would create, of these 4, I have to give credit where it is due. And for this week, that will be number 4. Thank you, good night, and good morning.
Please be sure to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Thank you.